Hi there, I'm Gracia, owner of GetOrganizedNow.com. Today we're going to talk about how you set the tone for your entire day. And the way I do that is to make sure the first thing I do after I get up and get dressed is to make the bed every morning. Now, you may say that making the bed every morning is not so important to you. After all, you're just going to go, back to sleep in it that night. Well, that kind of attitude can carry on to the rest of your day and then the rest of your life. For example, you may say, well, I'm just going to, take this piece of paper and put it down just for now. And then that paper eventually turns into a huge pile of papers. Or you may say, well, I'm not going to handle that mail tonight. I'll handle it, next week. I'll sort through it. Well, next week arrives and now you have a big pile of mail to handle, and so on and so forth. So just by having the attitude of, you don't really need to make your bed in the morning, that attitude carries on to so many other things in your life. So in my mind, the very best way to set the tone for your day and your life is to do even the simplest task in the morning, get it done, get it accomplished, and that is making your bed. Now, that being said, it is important to get that task done quickly in the morning so you're more inclined to do it. And I have a few tips for you today to help you figure that out. Now, the first thing you need to decide is who is going to make the bed. So we're going to use these, king and queen cards. And if you have a spouse or a better half and you're sleeping in the same bed, who makes the bed in the morning? Well, that's your decision, but there are a few options to help you make that decision. Now, you can either, have her make the bed every day, and maybe he makes the breakfast every day. So you have, your own separate chores, and, you're helping each other out. Or you can make the bed one day, she can make the bed one day, he can make the bed the other day. So you kind of take turns and flip-flop back and forth. Or you can do something fun and make the bed together. That makes the task go a whole lot quicker. Now, if you live alone, either female alone or male alone, the task is yours. You don't really have a choice to make. But anyway, if you do live with somebody else, then decide what your system is going to be every day so she and he both know what to expect. Okay. Now, if you have children, gosh, you gotta love these little game pieces. They make great props. If you have children, children can make their own beds starting from probably around age 5 or 6 or so and do a fairly decent job. Now, are they going to do the best job in the world? No. My 8-year-old doesn't do the best job in the world, but that's okay because they're learning. And you can always go in and straighten the bed up a little bit later, or you can kind of go in there and show them how to make it a little better each time or whatnot. But the kids can make their own beds, and certainly a teenager can make their own beds. And it should be really a house rule in every rule that, if it's your bed, you make it. You're responsible for making it. So just having the teamwork, not having one person having to go around the house making 4 beds in the morning is a time saver in itself. Okay. My daughter's bed is right against her wall. It's flush against her wall. So it is pretty difficult to make her bed on one side. You can't get the bedspread in between the bed and the wall very easily. So my husband came up with this fantastic system that I wanted to share with you today, and that is using furniture sliders. And they look like this. They kind of have a rubbery side of, it's actually kind of foamy, like a foamy side on one side and a shiny side on the other side. And what you do is you take the slider and you slip these under the 4 feet of your bed. And now when you want to move the bed, seriously, you just can turn the bed. It slides like butter. And you can get to the other side of the bed very easily. Even a young child can do it. It just makes it so easy to move furniture this way. And then when you're done, you just move the bed back, and the bed looks beautifully made in the morning. So furniture sliders, this one's a small one. This fits nicely under the feet of my daughter's bed. You can buy these a little larger, and if you ever have to move any kind of furniture, these are just a wonderful, wonderful tool. Okay, now pillows. How many pillows do you have to take off your bed when you're ready to go to sleep at night and put back on your bed the next day. And that can be the difference between getting your bed made quickly or, you know, it taking forever. So as far as pillows go, I suggest, you know, 3 or 4 tops on your bed, and you know, the task will go a whole lot quicker. We keep about 4 on our bed, and that seems to work out nicely. Okay, now the final tip has to do with these cute little guys, and I just love these big-eyed stuffed animals. They are so adorable. My daughter loves her stuffed animals, and I would never imagine telling her she could not sleep with her stuffed animals. She would sleep with 100 on the bed if I let her. But you know, she is allowed to sleep with a bunch of them on her bed, you know, 10 or so. And the rule is whatever stuffed animal she decides to sleep with, she has to remove in the morning and, you know, either, you know, put elsewhere or put back on her bed. So, you know, if she decides to go to sleep with 10 stuffed animals, she has to remove 10 stuffed animals in the morning. It's her job, not mine. So, you know, basically, you know, your kid gets to cuddle and enjoy, you know, her time with her stuffed animals or his time with his stuffed animals. And, you know, there's no fights involved, and you don't have any extra work in the morning because your kid is responsible for his or her own toys. So I think those are my tips for the day, basically. I hope that these tips will help you get your bed made in the morning, lickety-split. And again, make your bed in the morning. It sets the tone for your entire day and really your entire life. I'm Maria Gracia, owner of GetOrganizedNow.com. If you liked this video, please let us know by clicking the like link. And if you have any comments, please leave them. I would love to hear from you. And remember, there is no better time to get organized than to get organized now.